So the opening that you probably know about. This is called anti-fried liver defense. h6 is played in order to prevent knight g5. That's not a good strategy, right? So who can explain why h6 doesn't look like a good move? Aha, so yes, Amir said that h6 is not a developing move, which is true. Also, I can say that h6 is neither a developing move nor a move that allows black to fight for the center. So, for example, even doing d6 is better because at least it supports the central pawn. And how should we react to such actions when our opponent, instead of developing pieces or fighting for the center, plays with the edge pawns or just loses tempi? We should open the position. So the best way to open the position is to initiate a pawn exchange in the center. If you are e4 player, then very often it's d4 right away. So once you believe you have advantage in development, play d4. Well, of course, calculate it a little at least. Fine. So, well, how do they play? Actually, they cannot defend it. Well, this is not a good move at all. It weakens light squares. So this move doesn't work neither, because after this, they lose either the f7 or the e5 pawn. For example, queen takes. If knight takes, they lose the central pawn. If king takes, they lose the pawn on f7. So that's why they have to take, and the position becomes more open. Once you capture on d4, the d file will be semi-open and the e file is semi-open, which means that your pieces can get coordinated better if the position is more open. So more pieces are developed for white, and having the position more open allows better coordination for white. In this position, who can tell me, well, you can suggest your own moves. How would you continue? Would you take on d4 immediately? Would you play something else? So please share your opinion. Okay, let's vote. Who wants to capture on d4 right away? Okay, David wants. Anybody else? Okay, so okay, Lori thinks. Okay, let's wait and give a little more time for our participants to think and decide. Okay, so what can I say? Well, capturing on d4 is not bad, but it makes more sense to continue developing and castle, because you can take on d4 at the very next move. Yes, and maybe you will take advantage of the enemy king being in the center. If they play d6, then it seems there is no better move but to play knight d4. So knight f6, then you play knight c3. There are several strategies, so they're gonna develop, and I think the best way is bishop f4. However, I also know that people play b3, bishop b2, and then trying to checkmate on g7. So d6 is the very best move. Knight f6 can be played too, but after e5, again, black has to play accurately. Everything like that. No, g4, knight g4 means h3 at least, and if they capture on e5, they get the knight pinned. So that's actually tricky. I'm sure you see it. So you trade knight once, then you play rook e1, and then undermine with a pawn, winning a piece for free. Maybe not for free, but for a pawn, anyway, it's completely winning. That's why, well, such move like knight e4 is also a disaster, because after this move, the knight has to go there, and it also offers a promising position. Then you can take on d4, or maybe just rook e1 here. That's right. D5 is the only move after E5. But even this move doesn't make the black's position favorable. So this pressure on C6, bishop D7. So here you can spend the bishop for a knight. They have to take with a pawn. There is also E6 always a possibility. Even in this position, E6 after X6, Queen H5 looks already attractive. But what I know is that F3, knight moves F4, so we gain a tempo, and then we just trade this knight, and later we crush black with F5, F6. So even this pin is not a big issue for us, because there is always bishop E3 to neutralize it. Yeah, knight f6 is a move and can be played, but most likely your opponent here decides to defend the pawn. And that may tell you, oh, you made a mistake, you castled, how do you win this pawn? And if you don't win this pawn, you're a pawn down. Well, it's a common situation when that's okay to be a pawn down in case if you have a better development, because better development is very likely to offer good initiative that costs more than a pawn. For example, in case of bishop c5, I recommend doing c3, and then c takes d4. So queen f6, e5, and then they're gonna lose due to the pin on the e file. If they take it, if not, then we just take on d4. So d3 allows us to develop the initiative and capture this pawn on d3 later. D takes c3 seems like the most logical reaction, and even after, yeah, there is. Even after knight c3, we are fine, but there is bishop f7. So with bishop f7, we take advantage of the king being in the center. If only the king was castled, bishop f7 would never work, because a rook takes bishop and that's it. But this time, once the king takes, there is queen d5, attacking both. And once the king moves, well, if the king moves to a dark square, we can take with a check. If to a light square, we may first deliver a check, right? Yeah, and then take with a check, g6 and queen c3. So, and obviously, white is better. Well, the king lost castling privilege, black struggles with development, the rest is okay. But they need to somehow find how they use the h rook, how they join it to the place of action.